So today morning I've been seeing a story, actually last night I've been seeing this story of Steve Harvey and his wife. The wife cheating on him with, I think it was the bodyguard, Steve Harvey's bodyguard. Now, well, I've been watching Steve Harvey, but I don't really know everything about his personal life, but there are some things I can pick up from that story. And that story has inspired this video for today. You know, when you talk about narcissists, the narcissists, they target everyone, okay? So the celebrities, the people that you celebrate, they are not immune to this, to being targeted by the narcissists, okay? So they are also human beings like everybody else. And at the end of the day, they can end up in very difficult entanglements. We know a lot of them, a lot of these celebrities that are actually entangled with these narcissists. And if you look very closely, and you've been hearing a lot of these stories, you will see that the story is always very similar. It may be slightly, a little bit, slightly different. But when you compile up the whole scenario, you're going to see that there's a pattern, okay? So there's a similarity in these kind of stories. A narcissist will go ahead and put you in a very, very compromising situation, okay? A narcissist can sleep with your, like we had the story recently, the bodyguard. A narcissist can sleep with your best friend. The narcissist will sleep with your father. They can sleep with your mother. They can sleep with your sister. They can even sleep with your children, okay? And we know that a lot of times, these kind of horrible scenarios, they are not normally brought out very openly in the media that, okay, so this person was a narcissist and they happened to sleep with their mother or their son or things like that, you know. So there are some things that are always left out when so many people talk about these kind of situations. Many people don't understand that the individuals that they're talking about, those individuals, they're actually narcissists, okay? I have had an experience of being cheated on, okay? And this happened with, of course, the ex-narc that I used to date. You guys need to understand something. There is something I've mentioned sometimes in my videos. I've told you guys, there is nothing you can do to satisfy an energy vampire. There's nothing you can do, ladies and gentlemen. There's no money, there's no amount of money you can give them. It doesn't matter you're living in a very huge mansion. You have got 5 swimming pools. She has got a whole collection of clothes, very expensive clothes. The cars you give, it does not matter, ladies and gentlemen. There's nothing you can do to satisfy these people, okay? They will keep on pumping and pumping and pumping that energy out of you. And the resources as well, okay? But sometimes, I believe in my experience as well that some of the most compromising situations and very, very, very dangerous things, one of the most dangerous things that the narcissist can do is to go ahead and cheat with, they can cheat with anybody, okay, so that's normal. They can cheat with somebody sometimes that you don't know. But one of the most dangerous things, those people, they can go ahead and cheat on you with the person that you know. You can just wake up one day and you start finding text messages of your wife. Your best friend is texting them or sexting them or something like that, you know what I mean? You can find sometimes situation where the narcissist has put you in a very, very difficult scenario, and now you don't know what to think of this, to think about it. You don't know what to think of this. You don't know what to make of it. You don't know how to react. You don't know what you're going to do, because the person that is involved in that situation most likely is your closest friend. They can be even your brother. A narcissist could have slept with your brother or your sister even, for that matter. It is a very common thing that when you're dealing with a narcissist, normally you can be rest assured that person is going to cheat on you. So you don't think so that if you believe that you are the best in bed, okay, you know that you've given her the best sex, you've given him the best sex, it does not matter, ladies and gentlemen, the narcissist is going to cheat on you, and there's nothing you can do to stop it. You understand? Why do I say it's very dangerous? Because sometimes a narcissist can put you in a confrontation with someone, and sometimes those things will end up very bad. You guys have heard about stories when somebody has been caught cheating and the person ended up killing someone because they have been cheating on them, or they have been cheating with their wife, or the things like that. It can even sometimes be very, very dangerous. Me personally, I was very close. I was very, very close to getting in trouble in those last days with the narcissist. But fortunately, I woke up from this abuse. I did not know at that time that this was a narcissistic situation, so I wasn't really aware of it. But when I finally knew that this was the narcissist I was dealing with, I was able to understand that, okay, so it was most likely I was going to get into trouble in that time. I confronted the so-called new supply, something which I know I was not supposed to do, okay? You may confront that person without knowing that the problem is not the person that you're confronting. So the problem is not the new supply. Ladies and gentlemen, I've told you so many times, 100 times. Okay, the new supply can be maybe 20% or 30% be the problem, because they are aware, most likely, of your relationship with the narcissist, because they know everything. They've been also watching you and everything. But the narcissist who decides to go and get in bed with somebody else in the middle of a marriage, that means that they are actually aware of what they are doing, okay? So it is the other person that actually has been also put in a very compromising situation, because the person may sometimes mention that, okay, so I understand that you're married, okay? You're with somebody, like in this case, this person knew, okay, that this wife belonged to somebody else. He knew everything. He was watching them from the beginning, okay? And the person still went ahead and slept with them. But sometimes it may not be fully the blame of that person. It can be also this person who is making these advances towards that individual. Because I've told you guys that these individuals, they don't have, when they're doing something, they do not think how dangerous it is, or they do not think how damaging is it going to be for the other person. So they do not actually calculate all the consequences, and they don't even think about the aftermath. And most of the times they can do it for so many reasons. Of course, we all know that the very first reason why the narcissist will usually cheat is because of the supply. Of course, they want the supply. They want as much sex as they can get, because that's the biggest way of the biggest way that they can fish for energy, for fuel. But also it can be for other reasons. It can be sometimes a revenge situation. Maybe sometimes they have been angry with you, or you have been going through a silent treatment. You have made them annoyed or angry at home, and they can now go and transmit that energy somewhere else and sleep with somebody else, in case of, just they want to do the revenge or things like that. And sometimes it can also be for financial reasons. They may be planning to get out of the marriage or that situationship, and sometimes they will go ahead and sleep with the person so that you can have the reasons to initiate the divorce proceedings against them, because eventually you're going to catch them cheating, and you will not take it, and you're going to ask them for a divorce. And they know that after that divorce, they are going to get a very big share of your money. So that's the reason as to why you see a lot of times these guys who are in Hollywood, the Hollywood stars and all those kind of guys, the celebrities and all those big stars in the industry, they are usually the biggest targets of these individuals. So when a person has got a lot of millions in the bank, you can be rest assured, ladies and gentlemen, they are going to be the number one. They are going to be on top of the list of those guys. So they are going to come for them, okay? And they'll usually come in a way that you do not understand. They will usually come around, love bomb them and everything, try to make them believe they're in love and everything, start a relationship, get married. And of course, after some period of time, a year or two, maybe sometime 3, could be 5 or whatever, they're going to set up a situation which is going to make you initiate the divorce against that person. And they know that at the end of the day, they are going to be able to benefit from your finances, from your cash, okay, from your money. So a lot of you guys who are making it big, doesn't matter who you are, okay? You really need to know that these guys are always going to come for you. They are going to come for your money. They will come for your money, they will come for the sex, they will come for the benefits, they will come for everything. They will come for your energy. You have got to be very careful when you have accumulated a certain amount of money and you very closely look at the people that are around you. Most likely those people, they are only swarming around you because you have got the money, okay? So you've got the money, eventually you've got the power. So they can be those situations where the narcissist can cheat and they are trying to get into your pocket, okay? So they know that when you guys go through a divorce, they're going to run off with a very big chunk of your money. But in my opinion, the biggest danger is when they put your life at risk. Remember, it is not only physically getting hurt or getting harmed between the three of them. The cheater may harm you, or you may harm the cheater, or you may harm your wife or your husband. If you're the ones who have cheated, it can be either way. But that thing can be life-threatening because it can put you in a very difficult and compromising situation with somebody that you don't even want to get involved with. Okay, you know what I mean. One of the most dangerous things the narcissist will do is to put you in a triangulation situation, especially the cheating scenarios. You guys know about that. You could get shot. You can get harmed. They can do some kind of harm to you because you see, at that point in forward, the new supply thinks that you're the only competition left in that person's life, and sometimes they can decide to do something. They could even sometimes have plotted with that individual that let's do this because we know that when we do this, they already planned everything. You know, that person can go behind your back and they can go ahead and plan everything and go ahead and sleep with them, and at the end of the day, they have already made up everything what they are going to do. There's going to be a scenario, how we're going to act. This is going to happen. The divorce will come. If they try to attack you, just come at them, okay? Or sometimes even they can file false accusations against you. You understand what I mean? So it is dangerous, ladies and gentlemen. When you're dealing with this kind of people, you had best believe you're going to end up in being compromised, and you're going to end up in a very difficult situation, especially when they run off and sleep with somebody else. Sometimes it can be a person that you know, or sometimes it can also be a person that you don't know, but it doesn't matter whichever way. When you're in a serious commitment with the person and they run off and cheat with somebody else, they can sometimes also put your life in danger. It can also be sometimes sicknesses. They can just go ahead and carry different kinds of sicknesses around and diseases towards you, okay? They will go and sleep with somebody who most likely has got some issues with their health and you do not even know about, and they can come around as well and sleep with you, and they put you in a very, very difficult situation. So those are the things that usually happen when you deal or you engage with those kind of narcissistic people. So guys, let me know what you think about this video in the comment section below. You know that I do love and appreciate your support. You can book a session, you may donate or support my channel if you want to, and until then, I'll catch you guys in my next one. There's almost signing out. Much love and blessings. Peace.